For sure he was. Hey,
Yo, what it do?
it's your boy Phil Good.
It's your boy Asshole Poppy, and we back with another episode of the Cold Phil Show.
You already know it's about to get super spicy.
Without further ado, let's get it cracking.
Yeah.
What's good, everybody? Look, tonight we got a special show for you. Tonight we finna keep it real adult. We finna get real grown up and talk about some grown up activities and things that a lot of people need to start considering at certain ages in their life.
Facts.
Tonight we talking to y'all about life insurance, having your affairs in order by a certain age, taking care of the things that you need to take care of in life. A lot of people out here be dying in these streets, and unfortunately, their mamas got to sell tacos to bury them.
Man.
I don't think it's supposed to be like that.
Nah.
Especially when you out here in the streets getting money and, you know, you living that life.
Put some of that money to the side, man, for your loved ones. Should nobody have to bury you on their dime.
Nah, ain't nobody put nothing to the side. We're going to put that shit into some stocks and bonds, life insurance, things of that nature.
Well, let's get into it.
Before we get into it, you know what we got to do.
What we sipping on, my boy?
Man, look, tonight, we got that shit.
What is it?
We got that shit. See,
I can smell it.
y'all be waiting for them Don Julios. Y'all be waiting for them big bottles. Look, this is the big bottle. This bottle right here costs $70. This ain't the shit you buy at the bar. $70 for the Casa Noble. This right here is like number one in the tequila world right now. But y'all wouldn't know that. Y'all wouldn't know that because y'all still drinking Patron in 1800 and shit like
Man,
that.
let them people be, man.
I ain't letting nobody do shit.
Let them be.
They don't care about themselves. They don't care about themselves.
Let them be
I
good.
know somebody at home right now drinking some goddamn Blanco. Fuck wrong with y'all, man? Yeah, pop that bottle, man. Let me smell it, man. Let me smell it. What you smell like? Caramel,
Light.
cinnamon. He don't be knowing.
Caramel light, my boy.
That's what y'all on.
This nigga can't even
He
smell.
don't be knowing. Nah, I ain't got cold.
This thing has sense of smells, sense of color, none of that shit.
Hey, look, let me tell people, man.
Oh, my fault.
Y'all all know I'm colorblind. I don't even know why. Man, stop playing with me.
Salud. Before we get the people involved. No, man.
Yeah. Damn decent. Yeah, we ain't gonna take our shot yet. Before we actually take the shot, though, we're gonna introduce y'all to our guests. We have some keynote speakers in the building tonight to speak to y'all specifically about the life insurance situation. So without further ado, we're gonna switch the camera over to our guests. Go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell us what y'all here for, man. Let's start out with the far right with the fella in the corner.
How y'all doing? My name is Jonathan Wheeler. I'm basically a wealth builder, you know, help people gain money, make money, stuff like that in that nature, educate communities, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my fiance.
Where can they find you at on social media?
You can look me up on Bumpy Johnson on social media right now. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Okay. Now you midway. Okay.
All right. So my name is Shabri Todd. You can look me up on Facebook under Shabri Lene. I'm on TikTok as well under the same name. Instagram under the same name. And so also a wealth builder. I serve my community. I'm a licensed life insurance agent and retirement planner. So I help anyone from 2 weeks old to 80 if I can. And so I'm also going to introduce you all to a very special person tonight. She actually brought me into this industry prior to. I come from the Postal Service, so to all my mail carriers out there, stay strong in this season. Be safe.
Blessings to y'all.
Definitely blessings to y'all. She brought me into this industry actually 4 years ago. I didn't really see myself doing it at first, but then my mother passed away in 2020. At only 44 years old. And so, thank y'all. And so her being the best big cousin that she is, she's like, look, we have to change the trajectory of things. You know, she did have life insurance, thank God. But my cousin saw that I needed to take care of my child and then my now 18-year-old sister that my mom left behind. Okay. And so with that, she showed me this industry. She showed me how I can make money to take better care of them. She showed me how I can help our community This lady has a huge dream that I was able to fit into, that we were able to fit into. She wants to buy back the block from the west side of Chicago. She wants to rebuild. Shout out to the west side. For sure, for sure.
That ass don't look right, man. That ain't how you throw up the south side.
I'm gonna let them have it, though. I'm gonna let them have it. I'm gonna let them have it.
No problem, no problem. So yeah, she wants to rebuild Black Wall Street on the west side of Chicago, where we were born and raised, and just rebuild Black Wall Street. You know, just some powerful Black people with a vision to help our people and whoever will listen. And so, get the floor to Miss Rashada Blanchard.
I appreciate that, Bree. So for me, as she said, my name is Rashada. You can find me on all social media outlets under Rashada Blanchard hyphenated Jones. My husband's name. And for me, I got involved into this industry, so I'm not just an agent. I'm an agency owner. So what I do is I help other individuals understand how they can get involved into this industry that's dominated by white males over the age of 55 years old. Mainly our people, I show them how they can get involved into a $1 trillion industry. And like she mentioned, change the trajectory of their family's lives by taking advantage of it. It's the easiest way to build generational wealth life insurance is. And for me, I was introduced to this industry about 4.5 years ago. I'm a realtor, so guys in my inbox and asked me whatever show me how to make money between my real estate closings. From there, I went and had a conversation, and what I learned was that wealthy people are utilizing life insurance completely different than what we all think. They're using it to make, save, and protect their tax-free money, so they're actually using it legally, ethically, and logically to hide their money.
Okay.
And so when, he started just breaking things down for me, I'm like, you know what? This is going to be a way that we can kind of bridge the wealth gap. So we're in all these conversations, town hall meetings on how we can do this to be better people. And we're missing that key piece.
Yeah.
Think about if you were to get a $20 life insurance policy worth $1 million, because the biggest misconception is that it's expensive, and it's not.
Okay.
But let's just say a person got a $1 million life insurance policy, 25 years old, maybe it costs them $20-$30 a month. That person unfortunately loses his life. Loses their life. That money instantly goes to their next in line, their kids, whoever the case may be. The easiest way to create generational wealth. So we missed that. We missed that in our upbringing. And if we use life insurance, we can bridge the wealth gap.
Facts.
Real easy. And so, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I think is key. And another reason is like I said, we're looking for all these solutions. The only time change has happened in our communities is when it has affected the pockets of people that don't look like us.
Big facts.
So imagine if every time one of us was killed, or every time one of us died, these life insurance companies had to pay out millions of dollars to these black families, these brown families. You know how quickly we would get solutions in our neighborhoods? Yeah, they'll be making sure all type of fresh grocery stores. Everybody. Police, the people will be reprimanded for killing us, and just all type of stuff. So we really do believe that life insurance is the solution to a lot of stuff.
Facts.
So,
Yeah.
now do you feel like life insurance is the most safest industry to tap into?
What do you mean by that? Why wouldn't it be?
No, I feel like because when you look at investment, investing and all that, like you gonna go through phases where the market is a gamble, right? Now the life insurance game it's more like stable than all the rest. I feel like so like why haven't we been blessed with this knowledge? You know, by our government. Why are we not receiving this type of knowledge? Like, what you just basically broke down was, like we in the dark
Yeah.
in so many ways. Like, so do you feel like if somebody were to jump in, is it safe to say like out of a lot of different industries, life insurance would be the industry to jump into?
Yeah, absolutely. To just totally answer your question, life insurance is a life insurance policy first and foremost, but there are different type of life insurance insurance policies where you can, and I don't want to use the word investment, but you can participate in the gains of the stock market without any of the losses of the stock market. So it's really about just understanding what's out there, and that's the biggest thing. Like they always say, if you want to hide information from black folks, put it in a book, right? So I take this question all the time. Like when you go purchase a home, what's required before you leave the closing table? What's required, y'all? Insurance. What's required for health? We gotta have health insurance now.
Right.
Definitely.
What's required to drive a car?
Insurance.
Damn, insurance.
Why is it that it's not a requirement to have life insurance?
Wow. I mean, damn.
So just like with health insurance, once they said, look, everybody have to have life or health insurance, what did people start doing? They started researching the different type of health insurance policies that were out there.
Fact.
So the same thing would happen if they said, look, it's a requirement that you have life insurance. They're going to start researching the different type of life insurance policies that are out there. And they're going to learn about tax-free money.
Okay.
Because life insurance is the only vehicle that you can receive capital gains and not pay a lick of taxes on the money. So it's a requirement. If it was a requirement, then the government doesn't want that.
Right.
So I truly do believe that, obviously you have regular term insurance policies, that doesn't have cash value. But then you also have permanent insurance policies. And if we took the time to learn about the different permanent insurance, then we would learn how to not invest, but actually learn how to make our money make money for us. Because we're taught day in and day out how to work for money, but we don't know how to make our money work for us. And so insurance will be that a vehicle that can actually help you with that.
So, man, I mean, damn, you kicked it off so hot. I mean, ice and shit. I mean, damn, it seems like black people are behind on so many levels because, like you said, like they just like all this information is obtainable now versus like how long have you been in the game?
I've been in the game for 4.5 years now.
For 4.5 years.
Man, if I would have known about this stuff.
Okay, so you saying basically when you was doing real estate, if you had the opportunity, you would have done the life insurance instead of doing the real estate.
I would have did both.
Okay.
And that's what I tell people all the time, especially realtors that are out there doing both industries, getting involved into both industries makes you dangerous out here. Because not only are you there when somebody are at their highest moment to purchase their dream homes, you're also there at their lowest moments to make sure that they can keep that home, utilizing life insurance. So what I've done as a realtor is I show people how to pay off their homes sooner. I show people how to, become their own banks where they can save for down payments on additional homes or income property or whatever the case may be. I also show people how to utilize the equity home, because that's another thing. We get real estate and we have it as a liability. People that don't look like us, it's an asset for them because they're leveraging the equity in their homes to get more profit.
Do you want to break it down real quick between the difference between the liability and the asset for them, for the people out there? Some might not know, just to clarify for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So a liability is just basically debt. An asset is giving you a return on your money. You're actually making money from something. That's the simplest way that I can break it down. So if your home is a liability, then that means you just owe somebody. You don't really own that. You just owe somebody for it. Whereas if you're utilizing your home as an asset, then whatever you built up in it, the equity you built up in that home, you're leveraging that equity to make you more money, to make you more passive income as it relates to real estate when we're talking about assets versus liabilities. Obviously, people may have other definitions, but when I'm talking specifically about real estate and life insurance combined, that's how I think of it. And so just being able to pull that equity down from your home and stash that equity in a vehicle like life insurance, because what it's going to do is it's going to grow for you.
Right.
And then you can pull that money down whenever you want it. Tax-free money, according to Internal Revenue Code 7702. So we're just not familiar, with these different.
So that's true then. That's true. Life insurance is tax free.
Yes, very true.
Okay, man. Shout out to
I'm a actually living witness. My mother had only had $50,000 of life insurance through her job, which most people consider sufficient, which is not. But when we got our payout, 13,000 on her funeral, and me and my sister split the funds, no taxes. So
now when your mother passed, how long did it take for you to receive that $50,000?
That's a great question. So I had to contact her HR, and it took them like a week, maybe in a couple days.
So they had to like investigate it?
No.
Okay. So it took like a good week.
Yeah, a good week.
Okay.
And because she passed away, and this is my obviously, so she passed away, what they would have considered natural causes, right? Versus if somebody is out here killed in the streets or they've had the policy for less than 2 years, then the insurance does have a right to investigate. And so a lot of times, when we are not fully educated on the process, people have these misconceptions of, it's a scam, they still ain't paying my mama life insurance, cousin life insurance, whatever. And most of the time it's because the stipulations with how the person died, or maybe they died within that 2-year period, so that gives the insurance company a right to investigate whatever it is they want to investigate.
Right. For example, if you die from lung cancer, but you put on the agent put on your application that you never smoked in your life, that's questionable.
That's questionable.
They tap into everything.
Listen.
Everything. They'll figure it out. Trust us.
Okay. So with that being said, right? How often, like, if you have life insurance through your job, can you also have another form of life insurance outside?
Definitely.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I did. I got my policy with her back in 2019. I was still at the post office. I wasn't licensed yet, so she wrote my policy for me. And also, obviously wouldn't want to write my own. So I had both, no problems. And I have multiple, actually. So, it can be, okay. So I'm going to just keep using my experience, firsthand experience. If my mom would have had her job, for sure, have your insurance through your job, that's fine. But if she would have had something in addition to the job insurance, it could have, that 50,000 could have did what it did for the funeral. Maybe, put this away from my little sister. Whatever I decided to do. And then she had another policy. She loved my baby. I got a baby girl. That's her only grandchild. Put this up for my nana baby. She could have did that as she wanted to. So it wasn't I got 50,000 with my job. I can't get nothing else. Actually, somebody was supposed to sit with her, explain to her, look, you have 2 kids. I don't know, when she got the policy with the job, if I was young or not. But, explain to her, you might need a little more than 50,000, because she did.
And how long did your mom work for this company?
That specific company, not long at all. Okay. So my mom was in healthcare my whole life. She was with Northwestern, which is a very credible hospital in Illinois. She was with them for quite a while.
But for them only to fork you over like 50,000.
But that was the agreement, though.
Yeah,
that was the agreement.
That's how most companies is. They only give you like
the minimum
salary.
The bare minimum.
That's like, man, that's like pennies, like on like peanuts, like it's peanuts on a dollar. Like that industry, man.
But that's actually good, because you're only paying like group term insurance. That's what it is at your job.
Okay.
So you're not paying much of anything, and so with group term insurance, you don't get approved individually. As long as the company says, hey, I want to provide this insurance to my employees. As long as they have a certain number of employees, they'll just write it up. Everybody gets approved. So it's not like you have to go through no medical or anything like that. It's not based on your individual health issues or whatever. Everybody gets approved for this. And so it might be like one times your pay. And it's super cheap. People paying dollars for that.
Yeah, like $2-3.
$2-3 for 50,000. So take that insurance at your job.
For sure.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing is what she was explaining is, because a lot of our people are not educated, we think, and I give you my experience, like we had a State Farm agent come to our crib, and we were looking at it like, everything was bundled, car, auto, all of that. So the State Farm agents came to our, no, I'm not,
Down in them,
down in those State Farm. You got State Farm also.
Shout out to State Farm.
State Farm.
Super spicy.
Right. Look, State Farm is perfect for property and casualty, but a lot of people don't realize that State Farm does not specialize in life insurance.
Facts.
With that being said, the State Farm agent came to my house and he said, "Hey, how much insurance do you want?" Me and my husband we like 50,000. You know, we looking at it like we got 30, 40,000 at our job. 50,000, that'd be perfect.
Right.
So I got a 6-year-old at the house at the time, and my son 11 or something like that. And so now in retrospect, now that I know about the industry and insurable need and all of that, I'm if I look back on it, had something happened to me and I passed away, my kids would have only received $85,000
Between the two.
between the two and my husband.
Oh wow.
So think about it. If I'm bringing home 35,000, that means my household is dependent upon this 35,000 that I'm bringing home. Right. So now, if I pass away, 80,000. How long is 80,000 gonna last my family?
2 years.
2 years.
2
35.
years.
They like you already. They
That's
going
2
through
years
it.
if they responsible.
Man.
Right.
2 years
If they responsible.
Yeah, 80,000.
So we don't think about that. So when the proper questions to sit down and have a conversation about is, you know, how much insurance do I actually need? So you need to factor in the fact that you have kids. You need to factor in your debt because some of that debt, like them houses and stuff, that passes on to your people.
Right,
when you
right.
pass away. So you factor in that. You factor in the fact that, you know, you want your kids to go to school. Your kids might not have no scholarship. My son went to a predominantly white school. I thought the counselors was supposed to help him sit down and figure out scholarship. This man was number 1, number 2 in district.
Ridiculous.
Nobody sat down with him and said, "Hey, let me show you how to fill out the applications for scholarships." But that's on me because I should have been on top of it. But I'm thinking, you know what I mean? Like, this is what they're doing.
Yeah, but
This baby don't have no scholarships. He go to San Diego State University, $30,000 a year. So now, to bring it back to the conversation, if you want your kid to go to school, something happened to you. How your baby going to school if they don't have a scholarship? College is expensive.
Very.
Shit, I gotta you dropped the bomb. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that's so true. I mean, damn, like, you know, like you really over, you know, dropping jewels. Like, honestly, I never really. And honestly, I was like, man, bro, like, who the fuck like really cares about that? But now I'm sitting down here, like, you know, listening to y'all, you know, speak about it. Like, it's very important, like, you know, because you don't want nobody to be responsible for you. And then at the same time, you want to set your family up and you want to set, you know, your loved ones up the right way, you know. And now, like, listening to y'all, like, I never knew that you could play it where you got numerous of life insurance. I didn't even think that was
Different
possible.
policies.
Yeah, I never knew that. So,
I knew that.
yeah, come on.
I did know that. But I want to. No, the audience, they was telling us about the sound. That's what I've been doing. I've been trying to get the sound and shit. So what I wanted to ask about was the Gerber baby life insurance. That's been, you know, I'm an '80s baby. That shit been around forever.
Everybody, grandma. My grandma had Tyler Gerber. The Gerber policy.
So what's that's what I'm saying. What's the deal with the?
So my grandma got Gerber policies on all of us, right? I'm about to be 39. How old are you? 26. It's less than $1,000 in the policy, and she's been paying on them since we was babies. All of us. So nothing wrong with the Gerber policy. You know, I don't even think it's enough to bury a person. Like I think they were less than $5,000. So a lot of people want to get these Gerber policies, and it's like, it sounds good. I got a policy for my baby, but what is it exactly going to do? Because the average funeral is like $10,000.
Since inflation went up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so what exactly is it going to? And no, because we have like policies through Mutual of Omaha. By the way, we're a brokerage, so we work with over 400 carriers, right? So we have these little policies through Mutual of Omaha where if a person don't have a lot of money, we get your baby a policy, $5. Same thing like the Gerber policies. So it's cool because you got something. But again, a lot of people just get these policies because it's, I got insurance for my baby. But what exactly do you intend to do with that? If you're paying $5 a month, it's $3,000 of coverage. You gonna cremate? What you plan on to cremate the baby? Like, what exactly do you know what I'm saying? Like, you just have to really think about what is it for.
That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, shit. You can cremate me. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I wanna be cremated too.
Right.
I might know I'm in the case.
Let's get into that. Man, listen, oh, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go because man, I got some questions about that one right there.
So I'm gonna start with just a simple term policy, right?
Okay.
So I'm not even gonna get into right this very moment about building cash with life insurance.
Right.
I'm simply talking about term insurance, whereas if a person gets sick or injured, then they're able to pull from their life insurance policy. They're able to file a claim towards their life insurance policies. And how often do we know people that go into a diabetic coma, get breast cancer, like literally, dealing with a passing, my son's father in her 40s, their cousin in their 40s just died of cancer. So I think about it. I mean, like this is less than a week old. So I think about it like, man, has she known about a life insurance, even if it was a regular $25 term insurance policy with living benefits, how would that money have helped her deal and battle, what she had going on? She could have got the best of the best treatment. She wouldn't have to worry about getting back to work because she didn't have money to pay for her bills. A lot of times stress kills you before the actual disease. So a lot of people are unaware of living benefits. Living benefits. So if you find out there's a terminal illness, meaning you only got 12, 24 months to live, you can file a claim for up to 90% of the life insurance policy. So imagine you got $1 million policy. And you find out that you got a chronic illness. How many times are people dealing with chronic illness? A lot of us, lupus, all type of stuff. What if you found out that you got a critical, cancer, stroke? What if you found out what if you get shot? We black in the community,
Every day out.
I mean, a lot of people like get it like misunderstood. They say, all you hear about is black people killing each other, like black, But then you got to think about it. What are you around?
Black people.
Like if
because white people killing each other just
there's no such thing as black on black crime.
Like
I don't believe
it's crime within the proximity of the people.
Facts. You look at your neighbors like, damn, who else gonna kill you? Shit, you ain't fucking with Tim. Up, shit.
100 miles
you
away.
feel me? Shit. No, Tim 20 miles away. That motherfucker good though. You feel me? Or you ain't fucking with Juan. Juan ass on the other side of town too. Like everybody's spaced out, man. Like you are like where you at. That's where you at, man. You got to deal with what you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying?
But they have to instill that into us.
I think they try to make that. Yeah, like they try to make that like, hey, look, black people killing black people. Like what the fuck? Like, come on, man.
They get a little deeper than that because
it get a little deeper because we glorify it in the music and shit. Like we the only race that do glorify like killing a motherfucker, fucking and doing all certain things.
It's all part of the propaganda.
Yeah, that's all. Everything to destroy us. I mean, we know that,
man. It's media.
Now I want to ask you this. Okay, so let's say like I had like $1 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had it in my my life insurance, and I was to take out maybe like I don't know, like 200,000-300,000, right? But I done had it in my life insurance for maybe like I'll say about 5-6 years. You know what I'm saying? I've been consistent, and I've been putting that money in. So if I take out that 100,000-300,000, do I got to put it back?
So it just depends on what you're talking about. So Well, we were just talking about living benefits. This is completely separate from cash value. So living benefits is you're filing a claim towards the death benefit.
Right.
So you don't have to pay that back at all. But then you also have permanent insurance where let's just say you're paying $200 a month. That $200 is paying for the life insurance, so the death benefit, meaning that if you die, that's what your beneficiary receives. If you get sick or injured, you file a claim against that, and you get a check. But then that 200 is also part of that 200, about 30 or so percent is going into a cash bucket, right? It's called cash value. So what's happening is that cash value is accumulating compound interest. The insurance company is giving you compound interest on that cash value. So it's like having a sexy savings plan attached to your life insurance. Right. So then what happens is after that money accumulates, that's what you're able to pull a loan from yourself. Take a loan against yourself. So you can take it as a withdrawal and you don't have to pay it back. But if you take it as a withdrawal, then you're taxed on it. Now, if you take it as a loan, you're not taxed on that money.
So you're taking a loan from yourself,
You're taking a loan from yourself.
You gonna fit at the bank?
Damn.
And it's tax-free money.
So what we need the bank for?
You need the bank. You need the bank for liquidity and safety, right? So when wealthy people are deciding where they're going to put their money, they want to make sure, look, is my money liquid? Meaning, can I go get it whenever I want to go get it? If I put my money here, is it safe? Meaning, if I put $100K here, when I go back next week, it's going to still be $100K.
Right.
They want to make sure that it's a good rate of return, meaning the money is working for them, and then they want to make sure that there's some sort of tax advantage, right?
Okay.
And so with the bank, to answer your question, it meets the liquidity and the safety. Our money is insured by FDIC up to $250K. So it's easy to, pay your bills or whatever, utilizing the bank. So the biggest misconception, I know this going around on TikTok, that you don't need the bank, don't put your money in the bank. Put your money in the bank up to $250,000. It's okay. It's okay, to put your money in the bank up to $250,000. Anything above $250,000, if that bank goes under, you can kiss the rest of that money goodbye. But that's why you have multiple bank accounts. But when it comes to life insurance, what people don't realize when it comes to permanent life insurance is it meets all four of those. When that money accumulates in that cash value, it's liquid. There's an account called the Index Universal Life Insurance that allows you to participate in the gains of the stock market without any losses, meaning as the market rises, the insurance company is crediting you interest in this cash value.
Right.
Not all of the interest of the stock market, but some of it. But then when the market drops below, they're not taking anything out this account. So again, you're participating in the gains without the losses.
I hope y'all taking notes.
So you getting like a good I'll say maybe 5%?
Well, my clients over the last 12 months received 13%.
13%.
Over the last 12 months. Majority of they haven't lost not one penny. Now, on average, with these index policies, you're going to see like a 5-6% return. But literally over the last 12 months, a lot of my clients received 13%. So the rate of return is there. Definitely beating out every product at the bank. If you got a lot of your money just sitting in the bank, you're losing money because of inflation. It ain't in in a checking account or safe. It's not in the stock market, but you're losing money because of inflation. You're losing.
Right.
And then the taxes, even in the bank, if you gain anything on your money over $10, you're going to receive what's called the INT 1099 form. You got to pay taxes on your money. Right? With the life insurance, according to Internal Revenue Code 7702, you do not pay taxes on that money that has accumulated in an account when you go to take it out. So it meets all four of those. Like I said, liquidity, safety, rate of return, and it's tax-free money. And we took advantage of it the same way that other people take advantage of it.
Yeah.
We'll be dangerous out here.
We got to do what our friends do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What Buddy them doing shit.
So my question, at what age do you advise a person to go out and invest in life insurance?
As soon as they go on.
Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about obviously the parents, you know what I'm saying? That's up to the parents. But as far as just a person that's becoming an adult on their own, they going to college or they graduating college and they going out into the real world, what steps do you think that person should be taking in life?
Well, you can always you never want to get insurance that you can't afford. The best insurance is the insurance that you have in place when you die. Let's start there. So you never want to get insurance that you can't afford, because at the end of the day, like, if you get it and you can't afford it, then you ain't gonna have none. You just gonna let it lapse. So my advice to people, if you have a child, you can start the baby on $25 a month policy.
Okay.
Then when they get older, they can take over that policy and put more into it, because these type of policies are flexible, meaning you can start off with a certain amount and you can always increase it over time. Now, if you're somebody that's in college and you're just learning about this, like a lot of us, with the social media age and everything, get a small $15, $20 term policy, and then you can always convert it to a permanent policy. What that does is it locks in your health. So if you get a policy right now, term policy, what you can afford, let's just say you can't afford a permanent policy, because everybody can't afford $200-$300 a month. Right. And if you really looking to make it do something for you, like put $200 a month into the plan, and what is that gonna do? It ain't gonna do a whole lot for somebody that's our age or whatever. Yeah. But with that being said, a kid, college student, let's just say they got a little side hustle, if they can afford a $20 a month policy, start there with a term policy, and then as you get into your career field, start making more money, you just convert it over. That way they don't have to go check your health again. You're locked in. And we're the healthiest we're gonna be, unless we're, the younger you are, is typically the healthier you're gonna be.
Chill, man. I don't know, man. She ain't doing nothing but dropping jewel after jewel, man. Like,
you definitely want to get it.
Okay. Now, oh shit. Oh my. Okay. All right. So look. All right. Now look. Do you have to report anything that you do with life insurance to the RIS? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Hey man, what you ever fuck out?
He say report to report what?
Like okay, like do you have to report?
Like the money in our
yeah, that the money to the IRS, or is that just
Let me ask y'all this: have y'all seen that new Dave Chappelle special?
Which one? When he was wilding out?
Is it Dave Chappelle?
That's my boy.
The most recent one. The most recent Dave Chappelle special. I think I know what you're talking about.
Hey, look, I'm a Chappelle fan. Honestly,
I seen him. I just don't refresh my memory.
When he was talking about Trump and Hillary debate.
Yeah.
The tax code.
Okay, yeah.
So a lot of people don't realize that the tax code, the reason why Trump hadn't paid a lot of his taxes is because a lot of his money is inside of insurance policies.
Facts.
That's a contract between him and the insurance company. That's not something that you need to disclose.
Right.
To the to the government.
Right.
And so to answer
Big
your
Trump.
question.
Oh, I mean.
So.
Oh, fuck.
So to answer
24.
your question. Right. Oh. So to answer your question, no, you don't have to disclose, this information to the IRS. Like.
Okay. I noticed. Look, because when it come down to it, you was not, like, look. When it come down to it, she's not lying. That boy Donald Trump is a monster. Like the man golf course, like
it's not. It's a cemetery.
Oh, it's a cemetery. Like, but listen, this is how smart the man is, right? When he first bought the land, right, he put two goats, a chicken, and a lamb on the land.
Turned it to a farm.
Right? It was a farm.
Agriculture.
And then his wife died. One of his wives, I think she was like number 2 or number 3. I don't know what number. She was one of them. She died, right? And then he buried her on the land, right? So he got a tax credit cut for the animals, right? Then he got an additional cut, you know what I'm saying, for the body being on that land. So it's considered a cemetery. So that man went from like paying, like, you would pay like what? Like, let's say your mortgage is $100,000, right? Or whatever. The man went from $100K down to 20. Like
in 2 moves.
In 2 fucking moves. Like how? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how is the game so easy?
For them.
Because they how?
Keep the knowledge away. I ain't gonna say they keep the knowledge away from us. Niggas just don't read. That's really what it comes down.
Is it niggas or is it people?
And then when it comes to the whole life insurance, to add that extra element to it, imagine if you get a life insurance policy and you set up a trust and you make the trustee the beneficiary of the life insurance policy. Now this money is being passed on completely tax free and you're avoiding inheritance tax and all this other stuff. And this is how they don't pay taxes on money, on all of this money that they're making, real estate and all of this, because they put it in this trust. And it's a lot of things that we can do. It's not that they're keeping it from us, like you just said, bro. Like, we just need to research, and then be open.
Facts.
Be open. A lot of people think everybody trying to scam.
Everything is scam.
You know what?
Gonna scam.
I feel like black people been getting scammed so damn long and finesse. Motherfuckers like, listen.
But they don't think
God damn it.
are scams though. So
No, motherfuckers think, look, you put $50,000 up.
Everybody in the suit.
What shit?
Was a scam.
Man.
The life insurance is a scam.
What the hell? The susu, man, I ain't gonna lie, look. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I jumped in the susu, right?
I ain't get my money.
Did you make it to the fire of the
Man, listen to him. Look, I jumped in the motherfucking susu, man. I put in, fuck, man. I put in a couple hundred, right? I'm like, shit, man, we finna ball out. I got such and such and such and such and such and such. I'm looking at the game. I'm like, man, I'm looking at it like, this shit feel like a pyramid scheme. Like, I said, bro, what the fuck? Like, something ain't adding up. Like, I'm getting bro and buddy. And then he got to get such and such and such and such and such and such. And then he got to get such and such and such and such. And then everybody got to get all them people for me to get paid after everybody else got paid. I'm like,
You goofy as hell.
I'm like, damn. Hey, motherfucker told me I could make motherfucking, hey. They said, nigga, you can make motherfucking, shit, 3,000 in one walk. I'm like.
But you know what? Technically, it was a pyramid scheme. Because if you look up the definition of a pyramid scheme, it's anytime people are recruiting and people getting paid and there's no product that's being sold. That's the definition of a pyramid scheme. But how many times have we heard, because we're trying to recruit people to this insurance industry, that it's a doggone pyramid scheme? We got a whole product that you got to have a whole license to sell.
whole life.
I ain't gonna lie, right?
Everybody can't get
Listen, listen. When Ben first approached me about the situation, I thought he was on a pyramid scheme, right? I said, this motherfucker, he talking too clean about the whole situation. He said, look, you will be able to receive these type of residuals down the line. And I'm like, damn, like, bro, like, this shit sound too good to be true. Like, what I got to get you? He's like, no, you need to get involved. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
and get a
bro,
license.
like,
Can't nobody make money in this industry at all unless they have a license by the state. Like, you literally have to take the test and get licensed to make any type of money in this industry. So how is that a pyramid scheme? This is regulated by the government.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then
you gotta get fingerprinted,
all
types
in
of
most
stuff.
states.
Yeah, we all
And you know our government ain't playing shit. Okay, what you said?
I said we all got multiple licenses as well in different states too.
Okay,
So you got to be verified in different states to be able to
if
operate.
you want to sell it in any state, you have to have an actual license in that state.
Mm-hmm.
So you get licensed in your residential state, but then you can just pay for. You go on NIPR.com, which is a government agency, and pay for the non-resident's license.
I was going to say that.
You don't have to take time.
I was going to say, I sound like some agents, sports agents.
I mean, we in 7 and 8.
Yeah,
I mean, she got like 20,
she's the
20
whole
something, like
country.
damn near the whole country. Like, visit Alaska.
Like 38 licenses now.
Ooh, 38.
Yeah.
38 different states.
Yeah.
38 different states?
We on something big.
Yeah.
But I told you, what's your name again?
That's Cole.
Cole. So I was trying to figure out who's who. So I told Cole, TikTok was good to me this year.
Right.
So, on TikTok, people are actually on TikTok seeking information.
Right.
Especially truck drivers. So a lot of my business this year came from a lot of truck drivers.
Oh, wow.
Just sitting at truck stops or whatever and scrolling through my TikTok page, reaching out, and they were the ones max funding a lot of these, IU Index Universal Life Insurance policies.
Oh, because, man, shout out to the truck drivers, man. A lot of people don't know, man, like truck drivers, man, they do some risky shit, man. Like, they out there doing what they gotta do, man, and they risking their lives, and especially in the wintertime, man. Any truck driver that's out there in the wintertime, man, I want to give you a motherfucking round of applause, man. Straight up. That's good. You give me a round of applause.
I ain't doing it. Cause I ain't doing
Man.
it. I done drove from the east to the west, nigga, north to the south. I done drove in the mountains. I done drove in the desert. I done drove in the fog. I done drove in the rain. I ain't driving in no motherfucking snow.
Man.
I'm cool.
But to the ones that is out
Hey,
there.
to my brothers behind them 18 that's doing y'all thing in the winter, I salute y'all because I can't get jiggy with that shit.
And then holla at me, holla at Shabri, because y'all need to know what to do with that money,
man.
and we gonna help you grow that money.
Not just
Now-
saying it, but grow it. Your money
Now,
is worth it.
how do you feel about like how do you feel about like let's say your mother was I would say she didn't have a life insurance policy, right? And she, you know, she didn't care about it. She was like, it ain't nothing important.
Mm-hmm.
Would you take out one on her?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Now, hold on. Now, speaking of that, hold on. Speaking of that, right? I heard that you could pretty much take out a life insurance policy on anybody.
You gotta have an insurable interest.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, even your beneficiary actually have to have it. There has to be an insurable interest. Like, if y'all, with y'all being friends, you took a policy out of him. The reason you will be able to is because y'all run a business together, right?
Okay.
So it would be like a key man policy. Y'all taking it out on each other. So there is an insurable interest. But you just can't say, "Hey, this is my homie from off the block." Like, how is it?
He been having a hard time.
Right.
Y'all know what key man policies
Don't
are?
work like that.
Do y'all know what key man policies are?
Nah, talk about
bless us. Come on.
Oh, okay. So basically, what she says that what she's saying is, say for instance, something happens to you, Phil, and you gotta, you know, pay for all y'all doing with y'all business by yourself.
Right.
You're losing. So if something happens to them, if you put that policy on each other in that event, that covers what you're losing. And so jobs do it all the time on their employees. You got your the producers, managers, they put them on the rappers.
All the rappers
because
got
they're
these policies.
losing.
All these labels got these policies on these rappers.
Yeah.
Man,
To
you see
protect their assets.
You see Empire damn near whole roster gone.
Yeah.
They whole roster damn near
So you basically saying if you feel like I'm out here living life, wow, you could be like, let me get life insurance on.
You work for it, like,
But only because y'all in business together.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Only
the
because
business doesn't suffer if you leave here.
right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now if the business wasn't involved and you all say for instance just my friend, I gotta prove sometimes you gotta even prove why you want to make somebody that's not your fiance or wife or husband,
daughter or kid.
Yeah, the
Well, it's because I'm the godmother. Like you have to write a cover letter. Like, okay, I'm the godmother of this person's child. So if they pass away, then it will be my responsibility to step up and take it. So it has to be a reason. They want to know the insurable interest.
Man, that's like the perfect safety net because
because if I see somebody on the street
right,
and say,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm finna go get a policy on them.
Hey, look, hold on.
I like that.
Y'all need to be taking notes on things like this, especially people that's out here doing businesses and you got business partnerships with other people where y'all going 2-3 people on the LLC.
Mm-hmm.
What you call it? Key man? Key man policy. You have to have
it again.
This is life insurance.
Key man
get
policy.
you a key man policy.
Yeah.
And make sure that you have insurable interest. That's what y'all insurable. I should be writing this down. If you really understand what we're talking about, or at least want to understand and care about your future, especially if you're in business, look into key man policies and make sure you have insurable interest before you even look into doing this. All right. So moving right along.
Go ahead. No.
So moving right along with the insurance thing. When you say like people looking at it as a pyramid scheme, like this is what I never understood about insurance. And I mean, it may not be the same thing. I don't know, but you tell me. Like I got car insurance. So I'm paying $300 a month on my car insurance in case some shit happens. And then some shit don't never happen.
You just don't know you going.
And I just gave y'all all this money. Like, what's the point? Like,
so it's the same thing with.
Hold on. Before or the other half of it, or the other half of it. I done paid you all this money. I didn't get into the accident, and now I still got to pay some money before you even. Like, explain? Like, really, what's the real reason behind that? Because it don't really make sense to me.
So it's a little bit different with car insurance because there's no deductible with life insurance. If something happened to you and it's legally like whatever, like you didn't lie on the application, your beneficiary get the money. So there's different type of life insurance policies. So you have regular term insurance that's just like car insurance, like just in case something happens, right?
Okay.
And so people don't think of it like when you get into that car accident though, if that accident or the damage to your car is worth more than the deductible, you happy as hell that you had that insurance. True or false?
Yeah.
Right? So it's the same. It's the same thing. So term insurance is, like I said, is more like car insurance just in case something happens. But you also have policies called a return of premium. So if something doesn't happen within that time frame, you actually get everything that you've paid into that insurance back.
Okay.
So it's return of premium.
They don't
insurance.
got that in car insurance.
They don't have
Extra 4% interest too, or something like that.
the extra
2%.
2%.
Yeah, 2%.
You said, but they don't got that in car insurance.
They don't have that in car
Oh,
insurance.
that's great.
We literally, we teach our clients that, like, if you were a great driver, never got in an accident, how would you feel if your, car insurance company said, "Look, we're gonna give you everything you ever paid us back
Yeah,
for the past 20 years."
Yeah.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. If that was the case, I would never speed. You know what I'm saying?
You get all your money back.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. If motherfucker told me if I paid,
that's like escrow for the crib. When I move out, it gotta be.
Bro,
I'm
doing everything right.
Everything. That is all right. It's
Hell
like
yeah, extra 2%.
What? They talking about don't go 5 miles over. What? I'm going 60 straight. Whole time. Man, we ain't playing. What y'all think this is? We about to be extra safe around here. I need that all back, Like, damn, like, I mean, okay, so now y'all two, y'all are fairly new to the game, right? What made you like want to be involved with the whole life insurance, like, or versus like going out and like maybe jumping into like the stock game or anything else? Like what I know you said she gave you the game, right? And she brought y'all in. But what made y'all really say, like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. Like, I'm gonna do this.
You want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
For me, I'm gonna be honest, it was the money. She told me, she gave me a blueprint where I can make XYZ. I can make a lot of money, like money, like drug dealer money, inside a legal industry. You feel me? With residual income, so it was a no-brainer. Like, I like making money, so it made sense. You feel me? So okay, cool. And then I got into like learning these products, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I got to kill for cancer, so I gotta tell all my people. You feel me? By me being the person I am, it's like, okay, I'm finna take this. Let me holler at everybody in my family. Let me holler at everybody I know. So now I'm adding value to the world. You feel me? So now my purpose is different. I'm walking different, talking different, moving different. So that's why I joined this industry.
Okay.
You feel me? So it stepped it up. You feel me? Turned it up. Now I'm different. You feel me? Now I'm on here talking to you, big brother. Now you calling me big bro. You feel me? So you feel me? It's a fool. It's definitely a fool for sure.
Excuse me. So
no, for sure. Yeah.
You want my answer now? Okay, gotcha. Okay, so like I mentioned in the beginning, Rashada brought me in 4 years ago. I was, going to the meetings and hearing this stuff. I was like, man, this is great. I seen her, like you say, the money. I seen her making some real. I'm like, dang, she making people's salaries just not sitting with one person, 2 people. So of course, when I'm slaving, I'm working 12, 16 hours. She just had a baby at the post office. So that was what was engaging me. And I'm like, I believe like wholeheartedly in what they were doing. I never didn't believe. I didn't think it was a scam because this my blood.
Right.
I know she ain't doing nothing that's a scam. So I didn't have that issue, but I had an issue in myself at first because I'm an introvert by every means of the word. But I'm gonna get into that too. Like I quit on myself. But when my mom passed, and like I mentioned, she was only 44 years old, and a lot of people don't know the story. She was at work when she passed away. She was working remote. And because she was working remote, not healthy, not always making the best food choices, she got a blood clot in her leg because of the, inactivity. When you getting up and going to work, that's movement. If y'all got these Apple Watches, your watch will tell you to stand up. after sitting down for so long. So she was having that issue and didn't even know, and she was on the clock when she passed away. So for me, that was like, yeah, I can't die at this post office. I can't miss town. Well, excuse me. Well, my 2-year-old at the time, which is now, our baby's 4.
Right.
So, and then icing on the cake was my baby sister. So I have 3 sisters, but only one we have the same mom and dad. And so that's my baby sister. And I took custody of her. And so it was like, before I even made the decision of her and my had already made it out for me. So for me, it was like, okay, I'm going to get into something I can do for myself. It also gave me a chance to not have to go back to work. Like I was already going back to work when they approached me. My mom died October 2020. They approached me on Thanksgiving 2020. So a month later, I was already back to work. Dang, you didn't even get a chance to breathe. So that was one. I felt like it was a time I went into the business at the worst time of my life, literally like the hardest time of my life. But it gave me something to, like she said, it'll be a positive distraction. It ain't gonna be easy. I'm sorry. It's gonna mess with your anxiety. Entrepreneurship ain't easy. Y'all can contest to that, right? But what I can say at this moment while I'm sitting here, I done failed a lot of trial and error, but I've connected with so many people. I've helped people. I've educated people. I've educated my family. And then with me having that extra piece of, I actually went through this. If my mom would have left no money, I could have probably put me and my sister in therapy. Took us on the trip for a few weeks and like, look, we gonna, honor her, talk about her, get everything off our chest. And so what brought me here and what kept me here was because I need to show somebody else how they can do it. I missed my chance to, experience that from my mom. Nobody really educated her. Even if they did, she didn't fully understand why it was important for her to get more insurance. Right. So for me, it was like, let me get in this. And I went to school for psych. So by nature, I'm an empath. I'm gonna help you before I help myself type of person. So this was perfect for that. So that plus the money that you can make, the freedom of time, it was a no-brainer. I'm doing something noble. Yeah, I could have went and did hair. I'm 26. I could have did lashes. I could have, what else? Did feet. You know what I'm saying? I could have been Instagram. And no disrespect at all. No disrespect to that, because females, males, black people, period, out here hustling, becoming entrepreneurs. But this right here, it just fit my character. It fit my character because my purpose here is to help people. And even when people don't see that this is going to help them, I know it. And so we don't know when. It's going to be tomorrow, a year from now. We're going to impact enough people and make a difference.
Man, I'm loving the energy that y'all bringing, man. Y'all like what I take away from everything that y'all been saying. Shout out to the people, man. They just keep cheering and shit. Looking at, you know what I'm saying? But like, on a serious note, like what I take from both of y'all, like you felt like that hustle that you was put in the streets and on some illegal shit, you transferred it to, you converted it over to the legal side, but you kept the same grind.
Yeah, change the product.
Like definitely.
And then from a dope dealer to a hoe dealer.
Hey man, shit, shout out Mace. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? And for you, like I think like, like with the whole grievance thing, like black people, like we really don't really tap into that. Like we don't really like sit back and really like take the time to grieve, Like if you compare us to any other race, like any of the other individuals, man, they don't go through death like us. You know what I'm saying? Like they maybe have 2-3 people die in their whole entire lifetime. 2-3 people die. You might have 2-3 people die in motherfucking a year or a month. Like shit. Like so, it's so crazy because you run into situations where they'll be like, man, like everything's fucking falling apart. My granddad died. Nigga, you 40. What the fuck? Like granddad did everything he was supposed to do. Not holding like everybody like that's why when they say you can't judge nobody's struggle. Mm-hmm. I understand where that came from now because like shit, our struggle be like, man, like you fuck. Like it be like so on the heightened side, like it just be so fucking like just man, I don't even know like what to say.
To what you're saying, not to cut you off, like I
No,
got
go ahead.
like you were watching a clip with G Herbo, and he was talking about who was it, Chief Keef, and he was explaining why Chief Keef hasn't gotten to where not the impact that he made, but why he hasn't made it to where he probably could have been. And he was like, that man went through a lot. So when people go through a lot, it hinders you from making it to where you're supposed to be. So your point, like, some people grief or struggle might be considered down here, where somebody's struggle is up here in a sense or whatever, and that will hinder you or hold you back from where you're supposed to be. So
big fact.
Yeah, that's why it's good to have a support system, though. People in your corner to keep you pushing through it, keep you going, and keep you around it. That's the power couple.
Big fact. That's real. All right, so what we finna slide on? What the fuck we sipping on?
Man, we sipping on that Casa Noble. I ain't gonna lie, we sipping kind of slow tonight.
Man,
that shit hit different.
That shit hit way different. I ain't gonna lie, I'm feeling that shit.
This Casa Noble definitely hitting a little different than it usually do.
That motherfucker off the chain. Take a shot, man.
Salute.
This shit's so smooth, boy. But hell on your chest if you ain't got none. You feel me?
Don't put hair somewhere else.
Oh, no.
Yeah, man. All right, so look. Now look, we got in tune with it, man. We definitely got in tune with it. Now let's talk about it, man. Listen, how do y'all feel about the people that do be saying like other than scamming, right? Like, is all this shit like one big ass like just game? The whole entire like industry, like, is it all game? Do y'all feel like it's all game?
It's a game of Monopoly.
Let's go. So life is Monopoly.
It's a game of life, like the real board game. Like seriously, that's what it is. And it's what you gonna get on? What you gonna get off this board? Are you just gonna pass go every time, collect your little $200 being your tax return money, or are you gonna actually own some property on this board? What you gonna do to actually make it in life? You know what I mean? Because the number one industry most likely to make you a millionaire is financial services, and that's the life insurance industry. And so, what are you doing to obtain the money that you need to actually own something? Because life is about ownership. What type of money you making to actually pass something down to your kids?
Facts, no, I feel that. That's that.
So.
Well, look, man, we kept it clean as long as we could, but now it's time to get messy.
That shit messy.
We told y'all we was gonna start taking in emails and phone calls and private messages from people, confessions, if you will, rumors. And I ain't gonna lie, I done got some I done got some disturbing shit sent to me today. And the shit I want to talk about, I can't even talk about. Yeah,
no, I'm fucking around. Go ahead, bless.
The shit I want to tell y'all about, I can't even tell y'all.
Man, we got some motherfuckers.
Cause I don't know, like the shit already is public, but we gonna get to that later, man. Look, I got some text messages today. I got some very interesting text messages today, and one of these text messages came from somebody. One of these text messages came from somebody that told me a whole lot of shit.
A lot of that
about somebody in a relationship. Now it ain't no punctuation and no good grammar in here, so I'm just gonna try to make it make as much sense as I can to the best of my ability. But I'm gonna read y'all this anonymous letter, and they said next week they gonna reveal themselves because they really ready to come out in the open with this shit. they just tired of the other people playing games.
They gay.
Nah.
That's the sound like.
I got
under the act. Excuse me.
Nah. But, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna read y'all this little situation, you feel me? And y'all let me know how y'all feel after I drop the
drop that bomb.
Look at that. You feel me? We should have had that as a sound. Boom.
God.
Fucked them up.
That sound like
all right, look. So, this is how it goes. Well, there's a chick that thinks she has a man all to herself from what she tells her friends and others. But in actuality, she knows her fiance is living a double life. He does everything, and when I say everything for me, and she knows that, but she tries to downplay it. But she tries to downplay that what she knows he does, and that he constantly and continuously goes back to his ex for whatever, like quality time, dates, sex, and more. But she bashes the ex on social media for whatever reason.
Damn.
She has come to my house and his house when I've been there and gets turned around because she came unannounced. When the thing is, you got the nigga the way you did and he never made it official that he left his ex all alone at all. Even when they had a phone conversation with us being on the phone, he couldn't admit what he really wanted to. So now that I continue to do what I do with him, she's been a problem, but makes it seem like she don't do nothing. And then she even knows that he's still dealing with me, but wants social media to think that he's all about her when he hasn't even showed that lately he has. I'm sorry, that he hasn't even showed that lately. When he has a free day, when he does have a day to himself, where am I?
God damn.
He always spends it with me.
Damn, his free days with Shorty?
I guess he always spends them with Shorty.
Damn.
And she knows that. So why blame the female for your fiance cheating? And one thing is, now it's just gonna get messy. It was already messy, but now
that shit finna get messy.
She said one thing is, she claimed to have good pussy, but he don't stop making love to this pussy to be faithful, honest and committed to her. Just instead, he continues to come to where he know he got that good at. But the chick still wants to think that she's the chosen one. When how could that be? The chosen one is who he continues to go to when he wants and makes time for, right? I could be wrong when I know it's me he doesn't want to let go of, unless I let go of him and move on. One thing is, if a woman keeps a man from getting some of her pussy, what make him think he not going elsewhere to get it? And it's with the same person he's been getting it from. And to think she's going to change a man by not giving him no pussy.
Whoa. Oh, listen.
They deep, ain't it?
Listen. Look. She done went deep as a motherfucker, right?
So she want to know.
The abyss.
She want to know, should she or should she not?
Shorty, listen. Look.
Expose this shit.
Let me tell you this, right? First off, it seems like the situation is messy already.
It's already messy.
Like, if you want to expose this to the world, what do you gain by it? What do either party gain by it? Because y'all already fucked up.
She want to keep the
y'all
nigga.
In the vortex, huh?
She want to keep the nigga.
Yeah, she want to keep the nigga, but the nigga, if the nigga been putting whoever he got first,
no, she's saying she the one that's been getting put first, but he supposedly engaged to the other chick.
Oh wow.
That means she not getting put first, my nigga.
Nah, she's saying he's spending all the time with him. The one that he's supposedly engaged to is the one that's like fronting and acting like it ain't what it is.
Listen, I'm gonna say it like this.
Honestly, in my opinion, they both kind of
sister wives.
You feel me?
Like fuck
y'all might as well be poly.
Come on, man.
Look, y'all might as well be poly. Y'all might as well go. Y'all know about each other. Y'all obviously both don't give a fuck about each other. Y'all playing this game. Y'all both fucking the nigga. Y'all both loving the nigga. Y'all might as well just come together and be with the nigga at the same time. Put y'all income together. Build y'all a nice little empire. Take care of whatever kids is involved and do y'all motherfucking thing.
At what point do a motherfucker not wake up that you in the whole fucking vortex and you down with this shit, but you don't want to commit to it? Like, y'all both sharing this nigga. Just go ahead. Come on, man. Go in the same crib, man.
Polly.
Go and get them funds up. You know what I'm saying? Take care of them kids. Go get your ass some life insurance. Go do what the fuck you supposed to do. Look, because at the end of the day, like, y'all fucked up already. It is what it is. Who cares what anybody else thinks? But for you to expose it, like, come on now. You've been dealing with it this long.
She said next week she dropping the information.
I mean, you dropping that album.
She said
you
she
dropping
Lemonade. She said she coming out with it. She just want to know though. She said she want motherfuckers to put the pieces together if they can, because she said motherfuckers know who it is.
Shorty, you know what? Fuck it. Drop the album, right? Drop that shit, right? But in reality, you gotta really realize that shit gonna benefit you. Cause you dude, obviously the nigga still playing what he playing and he caught in between. It might teeter your way and it might teeter the opposite way. I mean, I don't know. Cause I feel like you got the attention that you want, but you want more. She want the whole thing.
I'm gonna put it like this on some real shit. I'm gonna put everybody in their accountable space, right? Look at it like this. Let's start with the dude. The dude doing what he wanted to. Mm-hmm. He doing exactly what he wanted. He got both of them in a space where he want them to be. They both ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So of course, if this the one that he's supposedly engaged to, he gonna go over here and put in whatever time is necessary to make her still feel like she number one. But at the same time, the fact that she know he's still creeping, and she know exactly who the creep is, and she's still sticking around, that give him authority to feel like he can keep doing what he's doing.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if the situation is exposed.
But he know he bogus though, because he playing with both of their intentions, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows she want to be with him, and he knows this is fiance.
Bro, listen. If I got one at the crib and the other one pull up, and she knows Shorty at the crib, and she get the fuck up out of there, and then it flip, and it's the same way, vice versa. Man, fuck all this bullshit. Get a crib together. Like, go get y'all a motherfucking 5-bedroom. Like,
that's what I'm saying though. If y'all know about each other, and y'all still fucking with the nigga, but y'all hate the other. What's the point of hating the other girl? The other girl technically didn't do nothing to you.
Let's see what the guest got to say.
She ain't technically do nothing to you. Mm-hmm. She just did something with somebody that you care about.
Let's see what the guest got to say. I mean, now, how do y'all feel? You know, how do y'all feel about the situation? Like, are you gonna like sit back and get messy about the situation that you benefited from? You basically came in and took a motherfucking man, basically. Are you gonna sit back?
She the ex. Apparently, she been there the whole time. That's what she said.
Is she the ex or shit? Was she always there?
She the ex, but she ain't never been nowhere. Basically,
damn.
It's crazy. It's a whole mess.
Shorty in there for the long run. She like a motherfucking like boxer, 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying?
She definitely.
How y'all feel about that shit? Like, is y'all? How you feel about it?
Me personally, I don't. That's kind of retarded.
He said, "Speak that shit. Talk that shit."
It's kind of slow. You know, I don't really condone that type of activity.
Okay.
I feel like I ain't gonna lie, me personally see like it get kind of deep with me when it come to black women and my black people. You know, I'm a 5%, so I'm real cultural. You know, like when it come to my people, it's different. So I like for black women to hold themselves to a certain standard. So you feel me? You're not holding yourself to that standard. I feel like I'm in a position to let you know, to try to uplift you, but I don't condone all that. Doing doing crazy things, and you feel me, doing things in that nature like that. I don't condone.
You don't condone that exposing and shit?
Yeah, no, I don't condone a woman
putting herself in that position.
Yeah, that's not right for a woman.
But that's what I was getting at. I started with the man to get it out there, but that's what I was getting at next with the accountability phase of it. Everybody got to hold their accountability. That man know he bogus for his actions and how he moving. Right. But at the end of the day, he a man and he gonna do what you allow him to do. Exactly. And he's moving how y'all allowing him to move.
Some men,
now, hold on, let me get to the females though. Let me get to the female aspect of it. Both females gotta hold themselves accountable in the situation as well for what they're allowing of this man. Cause he coming out the gate showing you who he is. He letting you know what it is.
But you know, like a real man ain't even finna put no females in that type of situation.
I can't. Hold on. I can't let you have that word, real man. I don't like that. I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. Listen, we don't do the. I don't do the. I don't know what. I ain't gonna say what he do. I ain't gonna speak for him. I don't do the real man phrase. We don't do that. I'll tell you why. It's all types of real men.
Okay.
It's all types of real men. It's a real man out there that can build a house, but it's another real man that can't tell you shit about building a house.
Oh God!
So you can't really break that down because some females will look at that nigga that can build a house and put him at more value than a nigga with $1 million in his bank account on some real shit. Because that nigga can build a house, he come with some shit that nigga with the silver spoon don't.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So we don't. So I don't like to use the term real man.
Perception.
You know what I'm saying? Specifically.
Are
you
you
know what I'm saying?
married?
No, I'm not.
Are you married? No, right.
Oh no!
I was gonna say the only married person in here is Rashada. So
Okay, speak about it. Talk about it.
Oh yeah. Speak on it.
Specific question. Basically, how do you feel about that situation? With them allowing a man to do whatever, basically.
Utilize 2 women that know about the utilization.
I mean, like at the end of the day, like he said, they gonna do what they only gonna do. A woman is only gonna do. Well, a man is actually only gonna allow what. Or excuse me.
A man's only gonna do what a woman's gonna
allow.
allow.
Allows them to do.
I get that. Right.
And so I know a few people. You know, we know some people in our family. You know, I ain't gonna say but we know some folks in our family and chicks. You know, they act the fool when it comes to certain guys in our family, and at the end of the day, the guys are choosing out here. Mm-hmm. So they only gonna allow they
only gonna do what you allow them to do.
Because at the moment that the woman is hit the balls and say, you know what I mean? Like
City boys up. City boys up.
Stipulations on what she wants.
Right.
Oh, you can't do that. If you let a motherfucker do what they do in the beginning,
it's over with.
Man, it's over with. It's off. It's up there.
Either you allow it or you don't allow it.
Right. But if she's, like she just said, if she got some balls, or I like to call it, I just had a conversation with Jonathan about this. Because as a teenager, I feel like girls are teenager, young 20s, even some 30-year-olds, unfortunately, are going through finding their identity. And some women don't. And I feel like once you find your identity, that also comes along with respecting yourself, you know, caring about who you let touch you. This ain't for everybody. You talking about, she say she got good coochie. Okay, so if it's good, why you just giving it to somebody? Right, a lot of people got coochie ain't enough.
If it's good coochie, why do you just let everybody have it?
Why do you let everybody have it? A woman that grows some balls also grows respect for herself. And this one, y'all, I mean, you can't have respect for yourself. And this comes from somebody that went through the ringer with guys, you know, just feeling like you gotta be a certain person or do certain things to keep them. But when you learn who you are, it ain't no question about if I'm sleeping with 3, 4, 5 different men throughout the year, or I'm switching up. Ain't no question about that, because I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because I care about my body. I'm not doing it because you don't deserve me. You're not gonna walk over me. You're not gonna treat me any type of way. I'm a queen. Like y'all, everybody, I'm a queen. Queen this. King this. Y'all don't even know what that means, because
it's 2 forms. You know that, right? It's a queen and it's a queen. Mm-hmm. Like it's 2 different forms. One is somebody that should be a woman that's held at a high standard. The other one is a female that does certain acts for gain and for residuals, and she basically a prostitute. So like that queen word is a motherfucking word. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like in the for like.
And then you got
like
the ones.
Man.
Then you got the ones that be ones, but they be dressing like the other ones.
The drag queen.
And then they
like I say this right. Like whoa. I say this right. Like I feel like, you know, when you're a queen, you know you're a queen, right? And a queen, she not gonna like downgrade. You feel me? She not like. I like women like honestly like that. That's like conservative and shit, like conservative shit. Like that's me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like a female that's like super out there. I just can't. I ain't gonna lie. Like I might like to pick or two, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, like if shorty like super out there, bro, like what the fuck am I like?
Booty shorts, posting her cell phone, social media. What you mean out there?
I'm just saying, like, okay, like if everybody been seeing everything, damn near, only thing you ain't do is post naked. And everything you saying, like in your comments, your text, like your whole like is sexual. Everything you produce is sexual. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't bring no substance besides sexuality. Like you just trying to entice a motherfucker.
Because some women think that's all that they work. That's why I said you go through that phase of having to find your identity, learn your worth, because we are taught sometimes as a
sexuality.
Yeah, like, manipulation is a motherfucker.
Girls getting boobs and breasts at a young age. I mean, I can attest to that. I'm in 6th grade, grown men. Hey, ooh. So you kind of, and I'm not giving this as an excuse, but you kind of grow up as a female, understanding that your body, it can get you certain things, but it takes for you to grow and learn. And this ain't for everybody, because everybody's surface level thinkers anyway. They're not even going to get to that point.
Big fact.
Their brain can't even, get to that point. So every woman not going to get to that stage. But the women that do, they understand that now what I have is powerful. And I don't have to use it to get what I want necessarily, but because I have it, I will get what I want. And I ain't got to give it to get what I want type stuff. Like seriously, my dad, one of the men she's speaking about, he taught me to be selfish as a woman. You gotta be selfish as a woman. That's with anything, your body, your money, because it's men out here.
See, I wanted to speak on the whole subject where, like, the importance of a father, man. Like I understand. Like, okay, look, now I think it's been like a big buzz around, like, about the mother and the father in one household versus the father in the household, right? Just the father. And a lot of kids, man, they don't grow up with their dads and shit, but the ones that do grow up with their dads, they get a certain type of game or a certain type of understanding or perspective of real life versus, like being coddled or, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. Like, do y'all feel like, okay, that the father is the most important individual in the household, or do y'all feel like each parent, is equal? For me, honestly,
I feel like it's equal.
I feel like the father is the most important because so many individuals, like they never make it where they should make it.
I feel like it's nature. No, listen. I feel like it's nature versus nurture. And I feel like when it comes down to nature versus nurture, I feel like it's a time frame for each.
That part. In the beginning, it's the mother.
In the beginning, it's
definitely the mother.
In the beginning, up into the early teens, it's all about the mom. Once that child hits about 12, 13 years old, it's time. I'm gonna tell you why. Listen. I'm gonna tell you why teenage years. Because at teenage years, they also just learned about love too. They just learn about crushes and girlfriends and shit. And when they get to that, they want to still be able to have that conversation with their mom about certain shit. They don't come to the dad about the sex conversation. They're gonna go to mom about the feelings conversation and shit. Not saying dad can't have the feelings conversation.
Man, dad don't know what the fuck going on in the feelings department.
But they're gonna go to moms about the feelings conversation. So I figure up until the teenage years, let 12, 13, let them stay with their mom. And then
damn, that late?
Yeah, and then if they not in the same household, come stay with dad about 12, 13. Up until you leave the house.
Now is this gender specific?
The reason.
No, now with that,
reason why. Okay, let me jump in before you go. Oh wait, go ahead. I'll let you go.
I say, me personally, I feel like both parents should be hands-on with the children all throughout their life.
I mean, no, definitely that part too. I don't mean take yourself out. I just mean like if they live in separate households, the mom should definitely have a more hands-on approach in the first, in the nurturing. Yeah. They need to learn how to be soft and understanding and calm and respectful and all of those things.
You should know how to treat you. Learn how
to cook.
You should know how to treat a person. That's what a woman taps in. A woman makes you understand that.
A mother is going to teach you how to be a decent human being, respectful human being, an honorable human being to a certain extent. But then again, if they live in separate households, once the teenage years hit, that's when they also start being rebellious.
But
they
See,
you
that's
get that
not
enforcement.
Okay,
that,
go ahead.
that's not like that shouldn't be the norm though. The separation.
Wait,
That
no,
shouldn't
wait,
be
wait,
the
no,
norm.
no,
No, definitely, definitely.
You know,
now, what you
that,
gotta understand is this, right? Okay, I'm about to give it to you, right? Majority of the times, I feel like the separation it comes in a lot of relationships with the kid, right? The motherfuckers have they kid, they have the kid, and a lot of guys. It even took me time to understand, like women do go through like PTSD. You know what I'm saying? Like women go through that shit. Like I never knew that shit. Like I'm like, man, you had the baby, shorty, get the fuck back in the game. Shoot 30. You feel me? Like get back in. What the fuck you doing? You just had the shorty put him on the side. Get back. It's not that.
Hormones.
Yeah, it's
Can't
not that.
control it either. It's like out of our control.
Facts. And you know what? I gotta admit that it took me time to understand, like, women really do be going through different shit.
Yeah, shit different.
Like y'all think your whole fucking mind,
your whole body come apart.
man.
People don't realize when you have a baby, your whole
It's
body
a
come apart.
life-threatening
That
experience.
baby came together.
Man.
You came apart. So how do you think a woman is still the same? Like after all of that.
But you know what? Y'all so fucking strong. It felt like a month, like you can't like unravel like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think like you can just unravel.
See, that's why the key to a lot of things is
The woman.
like you. I'm not even gonna say
I'm gonna say it,
communication. You
Right.
have to ask that simple question: what do you want out of life? Then the separation won't be there. Then have a real understanding for your partner and what y'all want to do.
But
communicate, and then it won't be no separation.
But how
That's
often?
the thing right there.
How often do we really ask that, bro?
But
like honestly, like how often do males really ask a woman like tell me what's going on, like what the fuck, like how you feeling, like no emotion?
You won't even understand.
And see, and then the
right.
thing. And see, then the thing about it, it really don't matter about how often. You feel me? It's about are you doing? You feel me? Are you asking the question? It don't matter how often it's happening. Are you doing? You feel me?
So you saying the man has to step up to the plate?
Yeah, you have to.
Okay,
you have
okay,
to.
okay.
If you don't step up to the plate, how you gonna leave? That's what it's about.
Yeah. I don't disagree. I definitely agree. I mean, a lot of guys, man, they don't understand. Like nowadays, like man, it is so important for us to like step up to the plate and really get involved and be those guys, man, that we meant to be, man. Like I'm gonna tell you like this, man. One of my aunties, man, you feel me? She died from cancer, and one thing she always told me, she was like, "Don't be no nothing ass nigga. Like always be somebody that can provide it or bring something to the table." She said, "You better not be no nothing ass nigga." I was like motherfucking 5th, 6th grade, and she was telling me don't be no nothing ass nigga. I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? Don't be no nothing ass nigga. She like, yeah, you better not be no nothing ass nigga. I'm like, God damn, like shit.
Back in the day, in 5th grade, you would have been out there. You would have been.
But I was hustling. But you know what? On some real ass shit though. Auntie said don't be no nothing ass nigga, right? I ain't gonna lie. When she told me don't be no nothing ass nigga, I picked up my hustle immediately. I said, swear to God.
I'm out here.
Hey, Auntie, I'm selling packs already. I got the candy, I got paper, I got pencils, whatever you need, I got it. Like, I ain't gonna lie, my auntie fucked me up. She fucked me up, bro. She fucked me up. She made me think that, look, nigga, if you ain't doing it, get the fuck on, nigga. I'm like, goddamn, Auntie. Like, what the fuck? I'm a shorty, like, you know. But, you know what I'm saying? Rest her soul, like, she did always teach a nigga, like, listen, you have to be that type of man that steps up. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of women nowadays don't get that shit. I was really looking at the game like, look, I ain't saying the game, but it really everything is a fucking game in some type of way.
Yeah.
You have to go gain something, or you just go be in the game just playing. You feel me? It's whatever. But a female told me this. She told me that she said she always been doing everything her whole fucking life on her own. And she always had to like go over and beyond. So what the fuck? Why should she listen to a man? And I'm like, God damn, like, I mean, shorty, if you've been doing everything, It's kind of fucked up.
It's not about
I'm
shit
just
you
saying.
listen to. It's not about shit you listen to, man. It's about why should you listen to him, man?
Facts.
If the man ain't bringing shit to the table for you to want to listen to, then yeah, you shouldn't listen to him.
You said it best, bro. Come on, leaders, man.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the times, motherfuckers like, and that's what I be saying about relationships and dating in the first place. A lot of the times, people don't be getting to know the person before they jump into the relationship stage, and they don't find out till later that this person ain't shit. They don't find out till later that this person ain't capable, worthy, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying?
Cause bro, you can't be dating bodies, man. Like honestly, like dating bodies, like that's listen, that's our thing. You know, we talk about dating bodies all the time. You know, like a lot of times, a lot of individuals will be out here just dating bodies. Like they not really looking for something like really like locked in, and they not looking for something that's real and genuine. They just dating this body. It is what it is, and they moving forward. You know, now like you being married. How long have you been married?
I've been with him 11 years. I've been with him for 18.
Okay. So I think.
Hold on. That whole clap right off of that. We gotta get him back. Hold on.
Okay. So y'all been together 18 years.
And I still don't know the nigga.
Nah, but hold on. Nah.
I just want to say this though, like.
Hold on. Say what you gotta say, because I'm gonna get into that.
I want to say this though. Yeah, we know comedians, man. They tell 90% of the truth. You know what I'm saying? And she's a jack of all trades, as we learned. She's gonna get that money regardless. But my thing is this, like okay, y'all been together 18 years, and y'all tied the knot after 7 years.
11.
And, no, they've been together 11. They've been married 11. So they tied it after 7 years.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is okay. Yeah. Got to do that math. You feel me? Okay, jumping back into it. Yeah. So they was together 7 years, and then they jumped into it. 11 years. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I feel like, man, like, goddamn, like y'all did everything perfect to me.
Well, he's 10 years my senior. Almost.
Oh, okay.
So when I was still like playing a little bit, I was trying.
The woman playing.
I was trying to figure out life.
Whoa!
But not
the woman playing.
I was in a mode, like I was with my son's father, my high school sweetheart.
Wait, okay. Hold on, let me get this straight. So you went your high school sweetheart, and now the guy you did
went away to school, got pregnant, got my high school love, my first, got who took my virginity, and got pregnant, ended up coming home. He a smart kid, could have came home, went to a college near the house.
Right.
Decided not to do that. He stayed there. His mom was like, "No, you gonna continue to do this." And
you went south?
No, we was just at U of I. We was down at U of I.
But when he left, did he go south?
No, he stayed at U of I. I came home because that's what a support system was. We ain't got no money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To be down in U of I trying to take care of no kids.
On me.
So, you only up the block. Why not come home, go to DePaul or something, help me raise this kid? So I'm not the only one sleepless nights. They can come over your house sometime. Yeah. You have a couple sleepless nights. That didn't happen. So
how old were you when you had your first?
We was 20.
I was 20.
We was 20.
So like your development mentally was like maybe like 2-3 years.
Couple years more than his. Yeah. And then his mama, she had a serious problem with the fact that obviously.
So with his mama like cuddling him, and that's like another year off. Right. So you was like having like 4 years advanced.
Exactly.
Honestly, because listen, guys don't know this shit. I swear to God, bro. I'm gonna tell you. I'm telling you because, like, look, a lot of guys don't understand. Bro, listen, like, I really like, look. Listen, George, listen. My fucking sister, look, she went to school for psychiatry, right? And one day she was breaking shit down to me. She was like, yeah, like you did this and you did that. So break that. And then you did this and you did that. Break that. I'm like, what the fuck? Why you study breaking it? She was like, because you not advancing like you supposed to advance. So I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, she was fucking me up. But what I'm saying is this, right? The guy she was dealing with, even though he was in school, he was doing everything he was supposed to do. He wasn't ready for what she was going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, his mental was not ready for that. And then on top of that, his mom holding his hand, that prevented him from being ready for that. You know what I'm saying? So that take a year or two off right there. A motherfucker holding your hand versus somebody that just living that shit in the raw, it's like, bro, like, you can't, like, there we go again, like, judging a motherfucker, like, comparing somebody's struggle. I'm living it. It's raw. Somebody holding your hand like, well, you can think about this, that, and the third. Fuck you mean you can think about this and the third? I'm living it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, like you could have went to DePaul, but his mom, she held his hand so fucking long. It kind of like it hindered him to step up to the plate how he was supposed to step up to the plate. You know what I'm saying? Because he was being coddled. Like a lot of women don't understand. Like your son gets to a certain age, that son has to become a fucking man. He got to transform out of that boy stage to a young man. He got to transform.
So
like
that's
sometimes.
what he was saying about that man being present after a certain age.
Facts.
It's imperative for him to step in.
That's why the male, like the father is so fucking important, because I feel like this, right? Listen, man, I love my mom. Like, man, like I love women, like to the T, like black women, like, man, I grew up around nothing but that, and showed me so many fucking ways of life, right? But I do know, like, the importance of a fucking man in the crib, or in the importance to a man, like, talking to you like, man, yeah, you fucked up. But you know what? Do this and do that in the third and correct that behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like, a woman can constantly tell a man, like, fix this and fix that. It's going to be in your head, right? But when a man said, man, look, man, I went through that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, black fathers are so fucking important. Vice versa, males are so important. Like, because you gotta understand, I feel like, hold on, before you jump into it, right? I feel like this, bro. If you had your son full time, right, versus his mom having him full time, I feel like he would benefit more from you, because let's say your mom, I mean, like, you came up with nothing but your mom, so you kind of understand that. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, though.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying a woman not important.
It depends on what values a man got installed into him, because it can be a goofy nigga with a kid.
On me.
And you send this goofy ass, you send him over there and he become a goofy. Like, it's all about the values.
You said you gonna send him over there.
It ain't about no raising the child. It's the values. What do you install in this child?
Okay, so listen. But what you said was so fucking valuable. But listen to this, right? A father that does install, like, principles, morals,
like my father,
like all of it, huh?
Yeah, like my father.
Facts, right? Yeah. When you get there, right, you transition faster than a motherfucker that didn't have it. She said early on, she said, my dad told me this, that, and the third. Her dad put on game about guys, about certain things, right? Mm-hmm. A mother can only, like they always say, a mama can't raise a man, right? It's a reason, because it's a reason, right? And I'm not saying a woman is not important at all. I'm not going to.
She just got, like I said, it's a time frame. The woman
it's definitely a time frame.
The woman should have the first 12 years.
No, she can't. No, she can't, bro. She can't. Let me tell you why.
No, she can't.
A woman raised a man. Yeah, it's all about the values that you are installing.
Listen,
and then
time
the
out.
person get to the point in their life.
Listen.
It's on you.
No.
Decisions.
Listen. Look, no, I'm gonna tell you like this.
A woman can't show up who ain't how to be a man.
Exactly.
Listen,
but you can raise. Absolutely raise.
I love every one of my
a good citizen, a good person.
Yes. I love every one of my aunties.
Person.
Right.
I love every one of my aunties, but I'm gonna say this, right? For every one of my aunties, right? Mm-hmm. It was an uncle around.
Yeah, facts.
That was moving and adjusting the motherfucker. Shaping.
Yeah,
right?
Facts.
My aunties are so fucking valuable.
That's true.
So fucking valuable. Like, without them women, like, I wouldn't know I wouldn't even fucking know who I am without them women. You feel me? Like on some real ass shit. But my uncles, like, they play such a fucking serious role because when they say, like, look, okay, yeah, your auntie said that, boy, but listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, boy, your ass better understand. Look, you better not play like this. Me, nigga, your uncle not gonna play. Nigga, my uncle. Your uncle not gonna play, nigga. Let one off. What? He not gonna play with you. Now that auntie and that uncle, listen, the woman is fucking definitely valuable, right? But look, how many motherfucking young black males go to prison without their father in the household versus the father being there, bro? The statistics for individuals, not just young black males, but young black women too. Like,
because they did in jail with them. Like, they black man.
But that's what I'm saying. That's how valuable the black man is. So if a black man study going to jail, his shorties, his offspring gonna have that same, you know what I'm saying? But if he not, they not gonna have that same outcome. But now with the women 9 times out of 10 are gonna fucking get locked up. She not gonna experience that shit. But why the kids don't experience that? Okay, this day and age. Right. They scamming and winning. They scamming and winning.
They good it all, man.
They trying to figure out how to make money for them kids because their daddy ain't.
It's fucked up. We in this society, listen.
It's the power of the PUSSY at the end of the day. I personally feel like if you don't
Hold on. Box out. Let her go. We gotta hear about the power.
If more women actually put standards on what they want, what they accept, guys do a lot of what they doing because a lot of these women are impressed by it. The only reason a lot of these niggas is I'm this and they studying, they lying, they LOD lying on their penis, they dick or whatever the case may be. It's because of women.
Damn right.
The reason why a lot of guys, that's what if women start teaching their daughters, look, stop liking this man that's half-assed. Stop liking this man that's this, that's that. Start liking this and start putting standards on who you're going to be with. If more women start teaching their daughters that, I think it'll increase the good man that we have in life. It'll put more morals, values, more standards. The standards for a man will be higher if women raise their standards and teaching their daughters.
Man, you know what? You are so she is so fucking right. For me, she's so fucking right for me because, like, that shit is so fucking key. Like, honestly, like, I'm like, man, like, I'm that type of guy. I stand for the black man. I'm like, man, like, let's do it, bro, because I feel like we so much behind. Like, I'm just saying, bro, I really am. I'm for the black man to the T, right? But for a black woman to be like, look, let's put a motherfucker on, like, man, let's make sure this motherfucker is in order too, he in line too. Like, that's what a nigga need. Like black men, like, we go out here, we gotta face the fucking world, then we gotta face the world, and then we gotta come home and face the world, and then we gotta go to sleep and face the world, and then it's like we wake up and face the world. My nigga, what the fuck do we don't gotta face the world? We always in a constant battle. And then when you come home and you got a woman be like, come here. You know what I'm saying? Let me holler at you. You know what I'm saying? Woo. She like, shit, what happened today? When you was talking to me, like, it was a certain way. Like, she understand you. A motherfucker understand how you really feel. Because it's hard for a man to, like, really, like, express how you feel. Like, me, bro, I'm not putting my emotions out there, my feelings out there and shit. On me, like, man, when I text in invisible ink. On me, you ain't finna be out here sending my emotions out here, shorty.
Hey, I got a question for you. I got a question real quick. So, what's the battle, the constant battle? What's the reason behind the constant battle? Why are men going through battles constantly every day? What's the solution?
Because men aren't comfortable.
Huh? Why?
We're not comfortable. Honestly, we're not comfortable, right? Why? Because, listen, for a man to truly be comfortable, he has to be at peace, right? Okay. And peace is the woman, right? Okay. Right? If a woman brings you peace, you are at peace. If a woman don't bring you shit but chaos, you in a constant state of chaos.
But if you bring that woman, see what a guy needs to understand. If you bring that woman, giving that woman everything that she needs. Now I'm talking about a quote unquote civilized woman.
You talking about a real woman? I mean, when you say a real woman,
I don't like real.
I gotta say fucking real, bro.
Hold on, let me get into this. Because you just sparked something. You just sparked something with me. Listen, this is the problem I got with what you just said. Because I already knew where you was going with that.
Okay, first state what you think I was about to say.
No, I want to state the problem. That's literally the problem that I got. The thing that I got a problem with. First and foremost, I gotta bring you peace to bring me peace.
Nope, that's not what I was about to say. See?
No, but that's what you said.
No, so
you said that man gotta bring peace.
So
you said that depends on.
He was like the woman. He asked, "What's the constant battle?" He said the woman, because the woman is not bringing peace.
Yeah,
so what I was saying is, if that man is providing everything for that woman that she needs, then she's going to be your peace.
Okay.
She's going to be your peace.
I feel that.
At the end of the day, like, and I'm gonna say a good woman, not a good woman is going to be submissive to that man. A good woman, because I'm submissive to my husband. He can get whatever the fuck he wants. He want me to roll over, I'm rolling over. Every time he get home, because he's
hop on 1 foot.
all of that.
Respect.
But you know what? But all of that. But guess what, baby? I'm hungry and I want a donut. I want a donut from fucking Timbuktu. Guess what? He going to Timbuktu to give me that fucking donut.
I feel it.
You understand what I'm saying?
That
so
energy.
I'm gonna be that peace that you desire if you're giving me what I want.
Damn.
That saying happy wife, happy life, that ain't just no bullshit. That's some real shit.
But why is it like that?
Happy house.
Should it be happy house?
Happy spouse.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, don't we all deserve happiness?
Y'all peace, y'all happiness. Your constant battle is on us.
Yeah, let's get back to that.
No, okay, but so let me get back into what I was saying. Then.
Okay.
Even without that argument of what you were saying, let me get back into what I was saying. The point is this: like when we say that, at least when I say it specifically, to piggyback off of how he brought it in with the whole we fighting battles every day. The battles that we fighting every day is the battle to provide, the battle to protect.
Oh man,
the battle to be stable in this fucked up economy of life.
We gotta do it.
I pull up to the gas station and I'm looking at my account and I gotta decide. The kids been asking me for wings all week. Do I put 10 in the tank and get wings, or do I put 30 in the tank and tell them they gotta wait till next week? Even though I've been telling them wait till next week. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so we out here literally fighting battles all day, every day. And then sometimes you come home to that woman that you ain't cheating on, ain't none of that's going on. And she ain't understand.
Yeah.
She kind of hard.
Man.
She don't create a safe space for you to be vulnerable and be a man and be open about your feelings and your experiences and the shit you dealing with. And then that comes with backlash. That comes with outlash and resentment and all type of shit.
Goes back to what he said, though. Goes back to what he said about communication.
Right, and communication is going on.
Right.
When do you
realize, maybe?
But see, no. Sometimes it go on for a long time. Sometimes, no, listen, hold on. Sometimes it go on for a long time and you accept it because of the kids.
Nah, see, that's an excuse.
That's not an excuse.
That is an excuse.
Nah, that's not an excuse. Nah, it's not an excuse. I'm gonna tell you. No, listen. I'm gonna tell you why it's not. I'm gonna tell you why it's not an excuse, and it's a reality for a lot of human beings.
That's weak-minded human beings.
It's
definitely an excuse.
No, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
If you say the definition of excuse and say that, it's an excuse.
Okay, look at
it's fact.
Definition wise, yes, but listen to what I'm saying. Listen to no, because the thing of it is, we can do that. It's semantically, yes, you can say that semantically. But emotionally, you can't say that.
You can. If
emotion and logic are two different things. And even though men are more logic based than women, men still deal with emotion just like women do.
For sure.
So I'm gonna speak about it from a man perspective. But understand what I'm finna say. Just understand me for a minute. When I say the kids ain't just an excuse. When you are a man that has children with a woman that you are not necessarily with, and you are looking at everything that's going on in the world, and you think about the word responsibility, mm-hmm. and you think about the word obligation, mm-hmm. and you think about the word commitment. Mm-hmm. The commitment to them kids sometimes comes with a commitment to that woman, mm-hmm. whether you want it to or fucking not. Mm-hmm. Okay. The obligational side of you is looking at them kids and saying, fuck, I need to do this. I have to do this. I want to do this. Whether you want to do it with her or not. And sometimes the options for you ain't for fucking nominal. You know what I'm saying?
Why aren't the options for
right?
Because
I'm trying to figure out what you get.
Hold on, no, because we got to look at this. Sometimes, now this is the thing. I say something on my show all the time.
This is a choice.
Listen what I'm going to say. Listen what I'm going to say. Because right now I'm speaking in a broad spectrum. Right. I say something on my show all the time. We're going to talk about the grown folks. We're going to talk about the grown folks, people that got their shit together. Right now, I ain't going to say that. Right now, I'm saying we're going to speak in a broad spectrum. You can say general if you want to. Everybody ain't on that level of thinking. Of I should have had my shit in order before I had kids, or I should have made sure I love this woman before everybody ain't in that. Everybody ain't there. You know what I'm saying? So just for the sake of people that's in these other boxes as well, we just gonna talk about it openly. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, even though you don't necessarily want to be with this woman, you looking at them kids and you looking like, fuck, okay, this is my option. I can go be happy. Doing completely the fuck me selfishly. Mm-hmm. Sometimes being selfish is not bad. Let me put that out there. Because you got to understand. Selfishness is sometimes necessary to preserve life. And preserving life is Newton's first law of nature. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying?
You motherfucker.
You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? So understand, sometimes preserving life, you got to do that first. But the kids, that's also preserving your life. Okay. That's your life. Okay. And sometimes you got to sacrifice certain parts of your life to preserve those kids' lives. Okay. And sometimes you might be the best fucking choice for those kids' lives. Just because you and her can't necessarily be the perfect alignment. Sometimes you might need to go over there. I done seen real life movies. When I say real life movies, I mean movies that didn't happen in real life. A buddy of mine, his dad, the day he turned 18, he was the youngest. Out the door. The day he turned 18.
That was a decision.
But listen to what I'm saying. He stayed.
Decision.
I'm not saying it's not. Obligation and responsibility leads to people making these decisions. That's not an excuse because you feel an obligation to your career, you feel an obligation to your job, you feel an obligation to your mama, you feel an obligation to your woman, you feel an obligation to yourself. We can't tell people how to navigate their obligations and their responsibilities. So again, I ain't disagreeing with you at all.
See, and that's the thing.
I ain't disagreeing with you at all.
We not put here to tell nobody nothing. That's
nothing.
The thing. We put here to do.
But you're objecting, and that's the thing. I want you to stop objecting people's. Yes, just stay neutral to the understanding that you know what, it's not an excuse to him. To him, and you know what, he doing what the fuck he got to do, because Abraham did what he had to do. Isaiah did what he had to do.
Still an excuse,
Isaac did. Ain't no excuse if that's your nuts. Is you serious? I'm doing it.
Absolutely an excuse because at the end of the day,
talk about it. Hold on.
The conversation.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah.
You just said that he stayed because he felt like he was the best. He was the best, whatever for the kids.
If that's the case,
but if you in a toxic relationship, you ain't the best.
Nothing for the kids because these kids be smart as hell and they know when shit ain't right at the crib with them.
You can keep toxicity. You can keep toxicity.
Nah, these kids be smarter than you, especially now. These kids smart as hell.
Yeah, but it's all about decisions.
But I get what he's saying too. Some people just not at that level to understand that this is an excuse.
But that's not the norm, though. That's not the norm. That's not life.
I
people should stop normalizing that.
Because how many times have we've heard people say?
I ain't heard.
I'm saying because of the kids.
I ain't gonna
say nobody.
I haven't heard nothing.
One of our business partners is a prime example. What are you talking about? You haven't heard that.
Oh, I did hear that.
I'm saying
I heard it
the
once.
kids. When I say literally, the woman don't support his business.
Right, but look
nothing. But I'm saying exactly, and that's his point. Look who we're talking about. Look at his mental capacity. So I get exactly what he's saying. I just said the
but
same
you know,
thing.
then there's goes back a decision because at the like a person knows they got choices and decisions to make. You know right from wrong. You know if you out of the leave and stay or not. It's a decision.
I'm saying, but sometimes, okay, let's say this, right? Look at it like this, right? Let's look at it like this. Let's say you're not in the best position. Okay. Let's say you a fucked up individual.
Okay. Temp services.
Plasma center fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You know, you out here. You one of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Walking to the bus stop, rapping to yourself.
Right.
But you got kids and shit.
Okay.
With a bitch that ain't cut tight either.
Right.
But you a little bit more stable and cut tight than she.
I know what I gotta do.
But listen. You talking about you as a person, and I respect your admiralty and your nobility. You feel what I'm saying? But listen to what
that's all I can speak for. I can't speak for the next.
No, you got to know not for the next individual. Generality. You got to put yourself in other people's shoes. That's called empathy.
See, generality.
That's called empathy. No, that's called
empathy. Look, and then you got to understand this generality. You got to understand the people I've been around. I ain't been around no weak-minded ass people for me to even think for a person to think like that. You feel me? So my general thoughts gonna be on what I'm accustomed to and what I know. You feel me? It ain't gonna be no weak shit. It's gonna be what I know and what I'm accustomed to. Yeah, I can think of the weak shit because what I learned on TV and movies, but not my actual life and reality. You feel me? So my generality ain't gonna be all that. It's gonna be what I know and what I'm accustomed to.
I feel
you feel me? Because I ain't finna put none in the world that don't supposed to be here.
I like that. Let me give you that. I like that. You ain't finna put nothing in the world. Say that shit. Say that shit. Nah, that's facts though. I feel what you're saying.
I'm just saying because a lot of people, it's like when you be talking about certain things like excuses, man up, take accountability, take ownership, take action. You feel me? That's what a lot of people don't do. Why is we normalizing men not being in the household? Why is we normalizing men having an option to leave a state? How do you have an option to leave a state? This your fucking child. That don't even make sense.
Hold on, wait.
I left me time. I can talk about.
Let me chime in. Let me listen.
You don't have an option.
Listen.
You don't even have an option whether you at the birth table.
As a man, you gotta understand this, right?
Don't say no weak shit.
Don't
say no weak shit. Please don't.
Listen here. Look. As a man, what you gotta understand is this, right? When you a young man, right, you might not understand what the world expects of you. You know what I'm saying? You might not understand like what the real world is, you know? I feel like females they like understand that shit, they grasp that shit so early on. It's like, damn, like, look, I'm a mom, I gotta tap in, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, whatever. But as a man, you don't know the fullest thing of what the fuck is going on until you really wrap yourself around it. Because a lot of times, a lot of males that grow up in single households, they're selfish. I'm just gonna keep it real.
Single mom or dad.
Single mom.
Or either or.
No, not single dads. Single moms. A lot of single males that grew up in a household with single moms, the boys are more selfish. You know what I'm saying? Because those boys, they understand, like they get that certain love from a woman versus that balance. You know what I'm saying? They get so much love from this woman, they feel like, hey, if Shorty can't contribute this, that, or the third, and she ain't bringing what moms bring, what the fuck is she doing? You know what I'm saying? It's like you spoiled.
More nurture.
Yeah, you over nurture.
More nurture.
You over nurtured, but it's not his fault because, like I was saying early on, a woman cannot teach a man how to be a man. But I'm gonna tell you like this.
It is his fault after a certain period of time.
But I'm gonna tell y'all like this. A man can definitely teach a young man how to treat a woman. On me, a man can teach his son.
But they go back to what she asked earlier, though, what she was asking. She said, does they go both ways? Now, I don't really know how I feel. I got 5 boys. I don't have
doesn't
a
go
daughter.
both ways.
I don't have a girl. I got 5 boys.
Mm.
So I can't say whether or not, as a single dad, I would want my daughter to live with me after a certain amount of time.
Listen, bro.
She definitely need to learn some things from a male
But
point
the
of view.
biggest thing she expressed is this, bro. Listen, not to cut you off. The biggest thing she expressed is this. When her dad put her on game, she fucking recognized game.
You know how much game
She recognized fucking game,
But
my
do she
nigga.
need, but do she need to,
reference to what you were saying, but do you know how
but
much
do she need to live with
I'm not saying, I'm not discrediting her mother in no type of form of fashion.
She learned more from her mother than she did from her father.
No, what I'm saying is,
Right.
but do she need to live with
And that's
that?
And I didn't. So
Did you live with your dad, or was you
I was
just?
just gonna say that. So I'm the only child. I'm the oldest of the 4 girls. I am the only child that had a little experience of my dad in the household.
Okay.
He moved out when I was 9.
Ooh.
8 or 9.
That's big.
But
that age.
I mean, I still have a relationship with him.
Right.
But the good, the bad, up and down, whatever. He's
But you
always
had
been
a relationship for 9 years.
with him in the household.
Right. That's big.
But listen here though. Back to, and I don't want to, whatever. I ain't gonna get too personal, but in those 8, 9 years, because I want to bring it back to what you were saying. I can remember every fight. I can remember all type of stuff. I ain't gonna, like I said, I ain't gonna get too personal. Yeah, I remember my mama being angry. I seen the backlash of her love life after him because of what I saw growing up. So I wanted to bring it back to what you saying, because I get the whole these kids need me in the household. I got to make a decision on if I leave the house. Like, people, it's cheaper to keep her, it's cheaper to stay,
All that shit.
all that. But, and I'm only one person out of billions. I get it, but I know personally a lot of people that know that went through what I went through. Seeing that as a kid, it sticks with you. So yeah, he taught me that little piece about. Of course, he's gonna teach me the game about a man, because he a womanizer. You know what I'm saying? So I learned.
Fuck.
I learned. All the men in our family
are
womanizers.
Literally.
No, but have y'all ever wondered why those men are womanizers?
Because they have options.
Our grandparents been married how long, Shada? 60 years. She just told me the other day, almost 60 years. And my dad is the 7th of 8 kids.
It get deeper than that. It get deeper than having options.
Seen a wife and a husband raise kids through everything, and still is a woman. So look, we go all over the place, but yeah, he taught me that part, but also him staying in a toxic situation taught me a lot more.
Well, it actually started from the granddaddy. My granddaddy had hoes.
That's the root, right there.
So that's the root.
And that goes back to the point too. If you send a kid to a goofy, you gonna turn to a goofy, right?
Corn man.
Good looking man. They all good looking man, and they know it. And they all know it, and that is the problem. But as women, as young girls growing up around all these guys, but for me, I indirectly learned the game. Like, I learned early on in life what I was and was not going to accept from men because of what my brother, my uncles, grandfather,
being around that shit.
I was around everything they was doing. So I've never been. I'm gonna be real with you. I've had 3-4 relationships in my whole entire life, and I ain't never accepted no bullshit from nobody.
How old are you?
I'm 38.
Yeah, you been married. You said you've been married 11 years.
So I was with my son's father. Right. And I was in, from high school until college, 20 years old when I had my son. When I had my son, I met my now husband when my son was like 8 months. Okay. But we didn't get married until 7 years down the line, because I had another relationship. I was, dating a guy, whatever the case. I was really liking the guy, but this is me not really, Yeah. And then, so it's really only been 3 real relationships in my whole entire life.
I feel like that's common though.
And then I met my husband, like I said, when my son was 8 months, while I was in school, and so he was off of a long lasting relationship. So we both was just kind of we was dating. We was just trying to find, what was right.
Like, honestly, like, do motherfuckers really go through more than like 3 to 4 like serious relationships in their life? Like honestly, like
when you get older, you
like,
really
what's a
establish
serious
what's
relationship?
Right.
Right. What's
What?
a serious relationship?
Something that lasts.
You got to be able to question
When
the
shorty,
person.
wait,
Because like I said, a lot of people
If
smoke.
it lasts past 2 years, it's serious.
listen, bro.
I feel like
no.
Y'all can be juicing for 2 years.
That ain't serious. That ain't serious at all.
you just juice.
So what
You
makes you
just
serious?
Just as I ain't gonna lie, you just as you know, because you can be like I'm gonna take me out of it,
Y'all
but you can be fucking a motherfucker for 2 years and ain't serious with him at all.
I mean, I facts though. Facts.
Now we gonna talk about facts, like we ain't just gonna be talking.
Hey, facts.
Like yeah.
Okay.
So
With that being said,
what's serious?
serious, you know.
What's
You know. Okay, honestly, like look, with the whole serious thing, right? When you serious, you know, because look, you only tapping in at a certain time to a certain individual. You know what I'm saying? You only answering them messages and shit. And a lot of the shit you can get 2 fucks about. You know what I'm saying? You gonna let it be what it be. You gonna let that time pass, it pass. Shorty don't hit you back, buddy don't hit you back, whatever the case may be. You gonna let it be what it be. But when that shit serious, you can't hide from serious, man. You can't. No matter what the fuck you do. When a motherfucker see it, you gon' know it, and they gon' know it. When motherfuckers be like, is we in a serious relationship?
You gonna have to ask.
Motherfucker, you want a serious relationship.
That tequila left me. You over there high step.
Like straight up. Look, don't be asking for no motherfucking serious relationship unless you want that shit. Honestly. Don't know motherfucker. Anybody that listen, when the nigga actually
So
like,
what do it consist of though? Give me some examples.
listen, fuck examples. No, fuck that. Hold on. Wait, listen. I'm gonna say like this for a man. When a man say to a woman like, "Is we serious?"
I'm saying I ain't saying that to no chick.
But if you do, right there and that nigga was serious. Whole rip. He was serious.
Cause I ain't gonna lie,
he was serious as hell.
I'm not asking no questions.
I ain't gonna lie. A lot of niggas asking questions.
I don't ask questions.
So who do y'all feel sets the tone?
You gonna do what the fuck I tell you to do, or you?
Relationships that I was in.
Stop playing.
Okay.
Yeah, all the relationships that I was in, all three of the niggas was like crazy, like to the point stalking, like they really wanted to be with me.
That's the
right.
That was the relationship stage.
The man got
That's how you do it.
That's the relationship stage.
Still, weird. I ain't.
She weird.
Not weird, like, cause he might come across this, but whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he still, literally, if I said I want to be with you, where'd he go?
Drop
they know
everything, Craig,
everything, and I ain't had no conversation, nothing with this man. Like to that extent, like he in business with us and everything. We cool.
Okay.
He cool, my husband, all that. So you know what I'm saying? We ain't had nothing like that in 19 years at this point. My son like 19.
Okay.
The second guy that I was really with. It was serious, this situation. Like, what do I have to do to be with you? Like, what do I have to do for us to be serious? So, and my husband was the same way. So, it was the standards that I set in my relationship because I had learned from all these womanizers. Like, I set the standard. Like, I didn't have sex with my husband for 8 months.
Ooh, shit, 8 months.
He was doing everything he needed to do.
This nigga John fell out of it.
He jumped the gun. The gun fell on my mouth. I swear to God. Like, I don't know what happened right there.
She said 8 motherfucking months. That's too long for me.
Hey, listen, 8 is a great number.
I didn't did 3. I didn't did 3.
You did 3?
8, 9. Look at that. Nah. I didn't did 3 months.
Like 3 months in.
3 months waiting on some coochie.
In the world?
3 months waiting on some coochie.
Oh, okay.
Did 3 months for me too.
I didn't did 3, but
like you saying like 3 months.
Yeah,
like,
you did 3 months.
3 months just waiting actively.
Yeah, you ain't getting no.
I wasn't getting
nothing. More 3 months.
I wasn't getting nothing nowhere else.
Nothing.
Nowhere else.
Nigga get no butter on the biscuit. You feel me? You know how long 3 months is though in men world? That shit like.
He might have messed around with his, exes.
Well, I already know what Jake doing. He was doing stuff. Yeah, he was doing stuff.
He said he wasn't getting that. Okay.
But he was open and honest about
Ooh, okay, okay.
Had a girlfriend. I mean, a boyfriend.
Okay, communication is key again. Shit,
now
okay.
you don't know what I'm
saying.
about.
We ain't talking about us,
Dun dun dun. What's wrong with him? He came over to speak his truth. We gotta speak.
Hey, look, man, son, we gotta wrap it up, man. We had fun talking with y'all tonight, man. Hey, look, go ahead. Once again, put y'all information out there. Let them know what y'all do and where to reach y'all at.
Okay, I'm Shabri on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Shabri Lene, L-A-N-A.
You gotta spell Shabri.
Shabri, Shabree, Lene, L-A-N-A-E. And again, I am a licensed life insurance agent and retirement planner.
Okay.
Well, strategist, life insurance agency owner. I help people actually build their own agencies. Rashada Blanchard Jones, hyphenated Jones, on all platforms.
Go ahead and spell that out too.
Rashada is Rashada. Blanchard, BLANCHARD. Just type that in and you'll find me on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. For sure.
Yeah, me, Jonathan, wealth builder. Let me know what you want to do. Let me know what you're trying to do. Give you a blueprint. You can contact me on Shabri platform. Hit up. Let us know what type of money you're trying to make. Let us know if you're serious.
And we all have booking sites, very convenient. So once you find the page, you're interested,
Free consultations as well. We don't charge people to educate people.
No,
we do this to educate the community. Honestly, everything is to educate our people to, just help our people get a step ahead of the success curve. Just
facts. Let's get it.
I feel it. I feel it, man.
Real though.
Well, bad, man. We appreciate y'all sliding through and putting us up on game with the life insurance thing and everything. I'm definitely gonna get into that, man. I ain't gonna lie, I don't got life insurance. I had it through my last job where when I was on the road. But I ain't got no personal life insurance.
Facts.
So I think I'm gonna have to look into that.
You said something key too. When you leave a job, that insurance ain't gonna go with you.
Man, I learned.
Most of the time it don't.
It don't. It never does.
We do this call every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. where we just simply educate people.
Okay.
We hop on a call. It's 45 minutes to an hour long. We call it how to create wealth webinar. We talk about the rules of the money game. So we talk a lot more than just about life insurance, but those different areas where people are typically putting their money, how they, saving for retirement and all that. And we just show them a better way with life insurance. So it'll be dope for y'all to hop on that call just to, get the thorough education. I know we just kind of talking around circles with this, but it'll all make sense and all come together if you hop on that call and get the education. It's completely free.
Did you hop on the call, bro?
Yeah, I did hop on the call. I got on it late and whatnot, but I did hop on it and whatnot. And I ain't gonna lie, when you told me to hop on the call, I was like, man, what the fuck is he talking about, man? I'm thinking he just, sending me off or whatever. But when I did hop on, they did have a lot of information. So I feel like, hey, if you get an opportunity to be able to create, some type of something for your loved ones, moving forward or just man, some information, man, you want to get into it, man, really tap into them because they really know what the fuck they talking about, straight up. We would never had them on the show tonight if they didn't, on real shit, man. Hey man, respect to y'all, cause black people doing big things. I mean, I love that shit, man.
We just trying to bring a little bit more information to the people, man. It's easy to talk about bullshit, but for the people that need this information, you know what I'm saying? It's out here. We're gonna spread the link throughout the rest of the week. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna tag them in the links later on after the live, so y'all can get in tune with them. And man, yes, definitely get your life insurance and your affairs in order. Get your living will. It's a lot of things we didn't get into, but it's a lot of things we did get into. And we'll definitely have a part 2, episode 2 of this. And man, we appreciate y'all for stepping through. This is the Cold Field Show. I'm drunk.
I'm still nice, you feel me? I'm gonna go gamble a little bit. Let me test my luck.
Fuck out of here. I am your host, Asshole Poppy.
It's your boy Phil Goods. Come on.
And this is the Cold Field Show. We out.
And we had tonight. You feel me? Shout out to the motherfucking guests, man. They came through, man. They blessed us all, man. They blessed y'all too as well. So you already know.
Yeah.